We've all been told that breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and yet most of us probably skip it far more often than we'd like to admit. Sure, fixing a balanced, nutritious breakfast is all great when you have the time, but what about all the mornings when you can hardly get your teeth brushed, much less think about cooking? Well, say goodbye to those days of running on pure coffee just to be starving by lunchtime.
Give me all the bacon and eggs you have.
With these hacks in your culinary toolbox, breakfast will be easier and tastier than ever. Overnight oatmeal. Save yourself some time in the morning by skipping the hassle and mess of making oatmeal. A few easy steps the night before ensures a perfect serving in the AM. Combine 1/3 of a cup of milk, 1/4 of a cup of rolled oats, 1/4 of a cup of Greek yogurt, chia seeds, ground cinnamon, and honey in a 1/2 pint jar with a lid. Cover and shake. Remove the lid and top with your favorite fruit or berries, then recover and refrigerate overnight. By the time you get up, the oats will be perfectly softened for a delicious morning meal. Easy freezy. Another way to save time and enjoy warming oatmeal for breakfast is to make a batch on the weekend and divide it up into a muffin pan. Freeze the pan for a few hours, then transfer the oatmeal mounds to a resealable bag and place in the freezer until ready to use. That's not all you can freeze ahead of time either. If you're a fan of smoothies for mornings on the run, prep all your drink ingredients ahead of time and freeze them in pouches or Ziploc bags. When you're ready to make your smoothie, just blend one of these pouches along with the liquid of your choice. Done! Finally, forget about moldy bread forever by storing your bread in the freezer. Your bread will last much longer, and you can even toast frozen slices. Waffle iron hash browns. Put down that skillet. There's a better way to make hash browns for breakfast, and it involves your waffle iron of all things. If you only order hash browns at diners because you think they're a hassle to make, think again. Just flop your hash mixture onto your trusty waffle iron and close the lid. The hash browns will cook to an irresistible crispiness on both sides without requiring you to do any fancy maneuvering. No flipping and no mess. Mini muffin frittatas. Make 6 personal frittatas and have them ready to roll for every day of the week? Yes, please. Fortunately, it's easier than you'd think. Just grease a muffin pan and throw in chopped onions, peppers, or whatever you like, then top with eggs. Bake the frittata babies in a 350-degree oven until they're set and cooked through. Wrap them up and store in the fridge, reheating as you move through your week. Make an egg-ocado. An avocado makes for great breakfast food because it's naturally full of healthy fats and nutrients.
Avocado. From Mexico. Delicious.
And eggs, well, they aren't too shabby either. So why not prepare them together to save time and to enjoy maximum morning nourishment? Cut an avocado in half and crack an egg in each cavity. Place on a heated cast iron skillet, transfer to a 425-degree oven, season the tops as desired, and bake until the whites are just set and the yolks are still runny. This energy-boosting breakfast is magical. And while that oven's burning, you might as well try bacon. If you're like everyone else on the planet, you probably cook your bacon on the stove. Well, give this a try. Cook that bacon in the oven. This allows you to make more, avoid shrinkage, and easily discard the excess fat drippings. Even better, the bacon cooks while you go about your morning routine.
Good morning, apartment. Good morning, doorway. Morning wall, morning ceiling. Good morning, floor.
Simply put a wire rack inside a rimmed baking sheet and arrange bacon strips in a single layer. Set the oven to 450 degrees and cook about 20 minutes. Perfect pancakes. Hate those misshapen pancakes and gooey messes? Transfer your pancake batter to a squeeze bottle to squeeze out the exact amount of batter you want. Pro-level pancakes every time, guaranteed. Of course, you can also go the healthy route with fluffy 2-ingredient pancakes. Using only eggs and a banana, you can whip up nutrient-packed pancakes in less than 5 minutes. Just mash a banana in a bowl, stir in 2 whisked eggs, and cook like a regular pancake.
Flippin' fantastic!
Round eggs. If you've ever wanted to make round eggs that fit perfectly in a breakfast sandwich, try using mason jar lids. Whisk the eggs in a bowl and grease the insides of the lids with some butter or oil. Place the rings on a griddle or pan and pour the egg mixture into them almost to the top. Add cheese and an English muffin, and you have yourself a stellar homemade breakfast sandwich. Easy hard-boiled eggs. Another time-saving egg hack is to make hard-boiled eggs in a muffin pan. Place an egg in each muffin cavity, transfer the pan to a 325-degree oven, and bake for about half an hour. Cooking a large batch of hard-boiled eggs ahead of time is a great way to save yourself time on those hectic weekday mornings. cereal flip. When all else fails, there's always cereal to start your day. But if you hate getting to that last bowl that's just a bunch of crumbs, then try this quick hack. Before opening new cereal, flip the bag so bigger pieces get redistributed throughout. Doing so means you get to enjoy a tasty bowl of cereal every time instead of ending with soggy cereal sand at the end of the bag. Thanks for watching! Click the mashed icon to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Plus, check out all this cool stuff we know you'll love too.